I'm often asked, why in the world do you want to shoot a trad bow? Why do you want to make something that's already so hard even more difficult? And for me, it's the challenge. Plain and simple. It's challenging. It's hard. It's nothing like shooting a compound or a crossbow or a gun. It's its own beast. It's all about reps, baby, reps. Shoot every day, different arrow combinations, broadheads, vanes. Do you want to shoot 3-under, split finger? Do you shoot better with a glove? Do you shoot better with a tab? Whatever it takes for you to learn to put that arrow right where you want it to go. That is the ultimate goal, the ultimate challenge.
It's imperative that you check all your lanes when you got a long bow. It's not the chip shots you gotta worry about. It's all the crap in your way. It's this long. Clean on the stand.
Earlier this year, our team drove up to Michigan for a trad shoot. And man, that was some of the most fun we've had in a long time. The laughs and the fellowship at that trad shoot was so much fun. I can't wait to go next year. And that bow, that Vic stringing right there, that's his dad's bow. Little did we know, a couple months later in August, he would go on to shoot his very first black bear with his dad's bow. Awesome.
Oh, does that back stuff count?
No, that ain't my gut shot arrow. And it ain't Ron's either, because he was shooting lights out right there. Even cooler, later on in November, he would go on to shoot his very first buck with traditional archery equipment. So let me take you back to the beginning of the story. You know, it all started about 2010. My grandpa, Albino Ruiz, he passed away in February of 2010. As I'm thinking about it, I can't even believe that it's been 15 years since he passed. Just a great man, first generation American, early 1920s, lived in just a dust bowl of a ranch of a nothingness in Texas. And, he migrated north with the family and worked fields as he went. And, he ended up getting drafted to the Army. He served his country in Okinawa, Japan during World War II, which is something I never knew until I was an adult. When he passed, a couple weeks later, my sister asked me, "Hey, can you come over and help me clean out Grandma's place? Grandma's moving to Ann Arbor and Uncle Chuck's." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Of course, they stuck me down in the basement, and it's where all the heavy stuff that needed to come up was. So my grandpa had this little tinker shop down there. As you get older, you tinker. It's what you do. And he happened to have this box of Thunderhead 125 grain arrowheads in a drawer in that little tinker shop down there, in a desk. And I'm like, "You want anything? I want these. You guys can have whatever you want. I want these." I mean, it just spoke to me. I was hot and heavy into hunting at the time, and it's just something like, I'm gonna use those one day. So that's what I got to keep. And inside that box there was a 125 grain 4-blade Muzzy. And man, I built arrow after arrow after arrow. No matter what I did, no matter how big of a deep dive in a wormhole, YouTube wormhole I went down, I could not get that Muzzy to fly straight for nothing. I mean, for nothing. I shot it, and it would land 6 inches, 4 inches, right? And I would make all the adjustments I could till my bow couldn't make any more adjustments, or till I ran out of arrows and had to order more arrows, and it's just, I couldn't get to fly straight at all, and still frustrates me to this day. And I even took it hunting a couple times, took it to an outfitter. I even drew back on a buck with it. But my conscience was like, man, that's just not ethical, because I had to aim 2 inches low, 3 inches to the right to make it hit where I really wanted to hit. And I just didn't feel confident in it, so I let that bow back down. Ended up hanging up the bow for a while and started using a crossbow and started using, a rifle. And I just didn't feel confident in it. And I just kept looking at it like, man, I gotta use that broadhead. I just gotta use that broadhead. And all my buddies were getting into trad at the time, so I went to Three Rivers and I shot every arrow they had. I shot a tons of arrows, I mean, until I landed on the Easton Legacy carbon 400 spines. Those things, I was shooting bullet holes with them. I practiced all summer. I mean, I shot countless arrows all summer leading up to the season. And I was feeling real good about it. And I'm kind of excited to share a little bit of you what happened with the season.
Wood ducks, spectacular this morning. They were singing their songs, and man, it was beautiful. What a blessing. Big ones didn't show up. That's okay. Get them next time.
Throughout the archery season, using my grandpa's broadhead, I had many opportunities at deer. I mean, I could spit on does. I had basket rack bucks come in, 5 yards, some licking the stand. I mean, I had 120-inch deer that I passed, but I was looking for the one. I had some real good deer, and I just had a feeling this is a special broadhead. This is a special story. I need a special deer. And, as the season progressed, I really thought it was going to happen. Really thought it was going to happen. You just don't pass up the deer that I passed up. I just felt it. Like, you just know that something's going to happen. And, as the season rolled on, I got my shot. I got my opportunity. Problem ended up being, that deer was a lot farther than I thought it was. It was about 23, 24 yards, and that might not seem like a lot to some people, especially compound shooters, but 3-4 yards on a trad bow, the drop can be significant. And unfortunately for me, he dropped and the arrow hit him right in the back of basically his spine and his neck. And the deer didn't drop or nothing. I was so surprised. All I saw was a lighted knock sticking out of his neck, sticking out of the back part of him, and he's walking away, and I'm trying to get another arrow, and all the craziness that just happened. My main camera rig, I pulled it off of the 4th Arrow camera arm. I'm trying to film it. Where's he at? I'm trying to see so I can see where that arrow's at. Hit that 200, zoom it in, and I put it back down, get another arrow out of my quiver real quick, about ready to go get him. Camera, boom, boom. Camera rolls off the stand, breaks on the ground. There's several $1,000s down the drain. So not only have I lost my grandpa's Broadhead, I've just lost one of my favorite camera rigs, my A-cam rig, and my lens, and everything else. So after that day, I didn't even hunt for probably at least a week, bare minimum. And I was going to my Illinois outfitter after that happened, and I'm like, I just want to come back to this backfield and just see what's back there. It's 3:30. We got another hour and a half or so of light with the time change here, and I couldn't believe it. The buck that I shot was out in the field tending a doe, chasing a doe around, arrow sticking right out of it. I mean, buck was fine. He'd been a week rutting hard, arrow still sticking out of him. So I'm texting a few of the neighbors, hey, if you get one, or any of the other neighbors that see that deer shoot, do whatever. If you shoot it, I need that arrow back. I need that Broadhead back. I will pay for your mount. That Broadhead means everything to me. Never got the Broadhead, never saw the deer again. That was the last time I saw the deer. And to my knowledge, none of the neighbors got him. I don't know what happened. Yeah. So that's pretty much the end of my trad story right there. However, that's not the end of my season, because I did end up tagging a pretty good buck with my Echo 3 Ordnance, my 350 Legend AR.
Time. You move like water and taste like wine. You're holier than I am, holier than I am. Gentle hands, gold-lit eyes. I am a man made of borrowed time. You're holier than I am.
that deer, but it's been a long season. I was given the green light to take that deer out, and I'm happy to oblige. Boom. There go 3 ordnance, baby. 350 legend. Takes out another deer. Whew. Indiana tag down. That's my set. Thought long and hard about that deer, but I decided to shoot him anyway. He's down, not even run, but 50 yards probably from me. That's it, 50 yards. Can't believe it. I was given a green light to take this buck out. Just a funky, trashy buck. Not gonna score crazy high, but he's a cool looking deer.
I am the dust, you are the rain. You pull me close, I push away. I swear I love you.
So after I tagged my buck, you know, I set all off season thinking, man, now what I'm gonna do? My trad store's done. My Abuelo's Broadhead is gone. I'll never get it back. But then I got to thinking, I still got these Thunderheads. I may not have the Muzzy, but it is 2025 and I have 3 4-blade, 125 grain Thunderhead Broadheads. And I'm gonna put one of these through the boiler room this year for my grandpa. That, my friends, is a story that's yet to be told. But I'm gonna do everything I can to make that happen.